This is Saigon John with your daily Hoosier Daddy on Octane Infinity TV. We are now almost halfway through week 14 of the Hoosier Daddy JV Fantasy Basketball League at Yahoo Sports. Wednesday was a fairly busy night in the NBA with 11 games, so let's get to our matchups. First, starting with 7 Apples versus Team Swine Flu. It's Mike facing Good Mike and Evan, his co-manager. 7 Apples did lead 7-2 with 6 guys in his Wednesday lineup versus the loaded army for Team Swine Flu. Get your vaccination ready. TSF was off the hook tonight. They tallied a combined 161 points and 60 rebounds, hanging on to their lead in those categories. But 7 Apples continues to benefit from Swine Flu's poor shooting, particularly from Andre Miller tonight against the Jazz. Furthermore, Mike's team is playing good defense, on par with Swine Flu on Wednesday, so the Apples hang on to leads in both steals and blocks. So it is Mike who still holds a lead over Evan and Good Mike 6-3. Hoop Kings versus Taco Del Miramar. You know, Mike of 7 Apples said after my report last night that his lead over Swine Flu is a slow torture like Chris gets. He gets a lead and then throttled on Sunday. Well, Chris led Renee 5-4. Could he keep it up after Wednesday? He had 8 men in action to 7 for Hoop Kings. As far as the tallied categories go, not much if anything changed. But when you lead 5-4, it's easy to lose that lead when your team doesn't stay competitive in the percentages. So bad news for Taco Del was that they were outperformed in accuracy from the field, most notably from on our test against the Pacers. So the matchup is now flip-flop with Renee leading after Wednesday over Chris 5-4. The battle for convenience store supremacy, 7-Eleven versus Plaid Pantry. Jonas led 6-3. Both of us had 9 guys tonight, while my team hit the boards pretty hard tonight, led by Tim Duncan's rebound tally versus the Hawks. Jonas's team shot nearly 54% from the field, led by Kobe Bryant, who had 29 points against Indiana. We now take over those categories while nothing else has changed. Plaid Pantry still leads our matchup 6-3. Ringleaders trailed Ball Don't Lie 5-3. They had 9 guys in action to BDL's full lineup. Rodney Stuckey is still playing well for Bill since he acquired him, and Ringleader, the team got terrific numbers from Chris Bosch. However, Scott had at least 7 of their 10 guys with stellar performances, especially from Chris Paul, who is perfect from the line, and 14 of 19 from the field. 3 steals to go along with that ain't bad either. Ball Don't Lie added leads in both shooting categories and a narrow one in blocks. So after Wednesday, he takes a commanding advantage over Ringleader 8-1. The final matchup is Jobbers versus the Jobber Robbers. Adam led 5-4, but Edwin had 8 guys playing, while Adam had a full line, and even opting to bench Andres Biedrins of Golden State. I wonder if Adam is considering a trade for that guy. He actually wasn't bad tonight against the Hornets. He was 6 for 8 from the field and didn't go to the line. That's good for you, man. Jobbers did good with Dwayne Wade and Pau Gasol as expected, but their night was highlighted from Jeff Green of Oklahoma City. 24-9 from the third-year forward out of Georgetown. Not bad. Meanwhile, Edwin got double-doubles from Kevin Durant, Al Jefferson, and Elton Brand, the guy he picked up a few weeks ago. Don't trade that guy, Edwin. More on that later. But just as impressive, Joe Johnson took San Antonio for 31 points, while in the game's opposition, the Spurs' Tony Parker added 8 assists for the Jobber Robbers, who are now living up to their name after Wednesday. They lead the Jobbers 5-4. Now, league leaders for Wednesday, it is Jonas's Plaid Pantry, who led the league for tonight in both shooting categories. Nearly 54% again, as I said, from the field, and over 86% from the foul line. Team Swine Flu, their team led in 2 categories for tonight as well, with 10 3-pointers made and 161 points. In the rebound category, it is 7-Eleven who had the most. 27 came from Tim Duncan. And 7-Eleven also ties a lead in assists for Wednesday with Ball Don't Lie at 37 assists. Ball Don't Lie also led in steals for tonight with 17. Block shots were led by the Jobbers at 10, and Hoop Kings had the fewest turnovers with 11. Now moving on to Hoosier Daddy news, we have our season's first trade veto. Jobber Robbers and Team Swine Flu had agreed earlier to a 4-player deal earlier this week that would have had Elton Brand and Tony Parker going over to Mike and Evan's team, with Roy Hibbert and Daniel Gibson joining Edwin's elite. Well, Mike of Team Swine Flu left multiple messages with me today. I think I just got another one. Yeah, let it go, man. He's left these messages about the drama that's been caused by this veto. I can't repeat some of the words you said, you used to describe it, but I will comment on the news. While I didn't vote against this trade, I'm certainly not surprised. This was seemingly a one-sided deal that would have benefited easily the hottest team in the league. That's huge. Swine Flu leading the league right now with 5 straight head-to-head victories. So I'm going to leave it at that. So moving on to the waiver wire, Team Swine Flu still at it, making roster moves to no surprise. Evan dropped Allen Iverson for Jarrett Jack, while Mike dropped Ben Wallace and added Nate Robinson. Only 3 games in the NBA on Thursday, with a doubleheader scheduled on TNT. One programming note I want to mention: Octane Infinity TV has premiered a new segment, or a new show. I call it the bonus bomb with Saigon John. It's Hoosier Daddy's explosive extra. Be sure to look for it on Octane Infinity TV's YouTube channel. Well, that's it here from the bomb shelter inside Octane Infinity TV studios. I've been your host, Saigon John, the bomb from Vietnam. It's been a pleasure again, and boom goes the dynamite.